What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin Svenson. Today I want to discuss the price of Bitcoin. So right now I'm looking at the 4-hour chart. We are getting a dip below that critical $11,100 level, which was not only this previous support area, but also this previous resistance area. We did get a break below that, and if you guys were watching yesterday's update, looking at the daily chart right here, we did map out this support range ranging from 10,800 to 11,100. And if we just bring it back to the 4-hour chart, we can see that we bounced right off of the bottom of that support box that we mapped out, right now getting a slight bounce off of $10,800. Let's take a look at the 30-minute chart here so we can get a better look. We do see some volume coming in right now. Most likely this previous support area is going to be acting as resistance if we do get a test back up to the $11,100 level. Right now, really the main thing that the bulls need to achieve is they need to bring us up into this area and hold above that $11,100 level and then test out of the downward sloping resistance in order to get a bullish break. So right now, with the way that things are playing out, we are set up in a more bearish posture. We can see that we are getting confirmed resistance off of 12,000, getting a nice pullback to 10,800 at the bottom of this support box. But what I also find interesting, if you guys have been watching this channel, we've been keeping an eye on the 21 EMA here on the daily chart, which did act as good support indicator on our way up on the parabolic move. And once we broke below the 21 EMA here on the daily chart, we did get a break of the overall parabolic trend, and that is when we broke down to 9,100, used the parabolic trend as resistance, came back to 9,100, found horizontal support, and then bounced up to the $12,000 level and found resistance once again. What I find interesting right now is on the daily chart, the 21 EMA, we are now breaking below the 21 EMA here on the daily. If this daily candle does close below the 21 EMA, then most likely we are going to be, testing back up to it as resistance and then pulling back. And like we explained in yesterday's video, this area right here below 10,800, which is our current support level, the area below 10,800 is an area of extreme volatility. So right now for the bears, if they break below 10,800, then of course you're going to be entering this area of strong volatility. Most likely, if we do break below 10,800, we will get a bounce off of 10,000, retest 10,800 as resistance, and then most likely pull back to 9,100. That is how I see this playing out in the foreseeable future if we do get a break below the bottom of the support box that we mapped out yesterday, which is at about $10,800. So now looking at this overall, if we do break below this area, this could be putting us in a descending triangle. And if we do enter a descending triangle and we do test 9,100 as the horizontal support multiple times, that would likely set us up for a break down to the $7,500 level and getting a nice bounce off that level. So for those of you not familiar with CryptoWatch, if you look at the toolbar here to the right, your fib retracement is sitting right here. If you go from swing low to swing high, the golden retrace does come in just below 7,500 at about 7,300. Personally, I think this will be front run. This is currently my downside target for Bitcoin. And, a lot of people have been asking me why I think the golden retrace is going to be acting as our main support level for the overall bull market. Right now, I'm looking at Bitcoin from the weekly perspective. You can see that my downside target at the golden retrace is coming in just around $7,500. If you just take a look here to the left, the chart looks completely confusing. But let me just break this down for you guys so you can see that on pretty much every single one of these parabolic advances, Bitcoin does come back to retest the golden retrace. And if Bitcoin is ready to start a large-scale parabolic advance to meet the all-time high level, then very likely we are going to be pulling back to close to the 618 golden retrace. Now let me just show you guys here. From this swing low to this swing high, Bitcoin comes back to retest the golden retrace. From this swing low to this swing high, Bitcoin does come back to retest the golden retrace. From this swing low to this swing high, Bitcoin does come back to retest the golden retrace. And if we just move over to the next parabolic advance, from this swing low to this swing high, Bitcoin does come back to retest just above the golden retrace. And from this swing low to this swing high, Bitcoin does come back to retest the golden retrace. So on every single one of Bitcoin's parabolic advances during the bull market, even before we broke all-time highs, we did retest the golden retrace. So right now, what I think is most likely, let me just clear up this chart for you guys. On every single one of these parabolic advances in the past, we did get a lower high trajectory before a breakout, a lower high trajectory before a breakout, and then we hit all-time highs, a lower high trajectory before a breakout, a lower high trajectory before a breakout, and right now we are getting a lower high trajectory. And I think right now I think it's quite likely for Bitcoin to repeat its routine correction back to the golden retrace, which is coming in at about 70, just below 7,500. I think this will be front ran just a bit before the next break to the upside. And just like in this area here, we did see a nice push to the upside following an upward sloping trend line, and I think this upward sloping trend line is going to be coming in something like this. So looking at the weekly perspective here, I think it's quite likely that Bitcoin will squeeze in with this lower high trajectory and these horizontal lows, creating what could be a descending triangle, breaking down to that golden retrace and getting a nice bounce off that level. Most of these parabolic advances, if we just hop into the 3-day chart, generally you have a nice 3-day period for a pullback, a nice 3-day period for a pushback. On this one as well, a nice 3-day period for a pullback, a nice 3-day period for a pushback. I think it's possible that we see something like that. We get a nice 3-day period for a pullback, a nice 3-day period for a pushback, and this could be happening in the month of September potentially, but we'll have to see as the time comes closer. And that is where I think most likely the best accumulation area for Bitcoin is coming in right now. And if you want to sign up for CryptoWatch, definitely use my affiliate links below. CryptoWatch allows you to trade from all the top exchanges, including Bitfinex, Bitstamp, Kraken, Binance, Coinbase, Poloniex, BitMEX, and others. You can trade on any of these exchanges, trade any of the assets listed on these exchanges, all from one platform. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, definitely hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video.